The Darce choke is a submission executed from the front headlock position. It involves encircling the opponent's neck with the crook of one's arm, while the other arm wraps around the opponent's arm and applies pressure against the neck, leading to a tap or unconsciousness. The Darce, on the other hand, is a show where three sharp cappers bring their money.
3 boxes here. I gotta be in quadrants. Oh, Mr.Plus, I think I got caught with the jab. Wow, that scrap immediately. We are live. UFC 301. Get your guard up. We're in Rio de Janeiro, fellas. Mr.Plus is knocked out, and the week hasn't even begun because we're filming this on a Monday. Welcome, guys, to the Darce UFC 301. I'm here with my guys, Mr.Plus Money, Slick Montana, breaking down every single fight on this card. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe, smash the like button if you like the breakdowns, and leave us a comment. Who are you backing on this card? We're going to get right into things first, fellas. But on the UFC Vegas 91, Slick 8-5, Mr.Plus and myself 9-4 to start. So good winning records just on the picks. Every fighter is worth 1 point, no odds included. And man, Slick, you called Perez as an underdog in the main event. Caught Nicolau with the right hook, put him down. He gets chinned again. Good call, man. What, you impressed with Perez and that performance?
Yeah, man, I just figured that he was going to put that pressure on Nicolau, and Nicolau was just doing Nicolau things, just waiting for that counter punch, waiting for the right moment. And I seen Alex Perez eat a clean left hook that made Nicolau open his eyes wide open, like, damn. So Alex Perez looked good, man. Hopefully he can make another run and not have as many canceled fights as regular fights.
Yeah, man, he's shown real promise. Mr.Plus, you called Alex Perez too, but more disappointingly, we were all on Ryan Spann. He let us down for the Darce parlay. What are your thoughts on the co-main event and Spann's performance?
I'm just going to put this out there. Spann won't make it in the UFC much longer, and I don't think he's getting signed with any other organization, frankly. Spann is banned, if you ask me. This dude was, how do you go from choking someone, giving the neck crank, actually getting it, almost being right there under the chin? Bro, come on, man. You're bigger, you're stronger, you're longer. You were hitting him, you're piecing him up. I could even vouch that this first round could have been a 10-8. Could have been a 10-8. And then you fucking go into the second round out of gas as usual. Bro, what is this guy doing in training? Put him in some high altitude. Fix this man. Spann is banned. There's nothing going on for him. Spann. He's banned.
No, yeah, never again. Another disappointing performance. He always just seems to get clipped, man. He had him. We had the sub 2 plus 230 right there in our hands. Couldn't get it. All right, on to UFC 301. And guys, main event, Steve Erceg going from down under into Rio here, into foreign territory, taking on Erceg Pantoja, who's making another title defense. Got the win over Brandon Royval. Got the first, took the title from Brandon Moreno. So 2 guys he had beaten before. Got it then again. He's got a new challenger here. And we'll go right to the Slick report. Who do you got in the main event here, Slick?
Yeah, man, I'm going to go with Astro Boy, man. I'm going to go with the dog Erceg. I really like the way that he's coming into this fight with nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I really make this call like the Strickland versus Adesanya fight. Nobody thought that Strickland had a chance. He didn't deserve that title fight at that moment. And I just think that he's going to make it worth his while. I think he's going to be able to have the cardio edge on the feet. Cardio edge, have good boxing on the feet to fight with Pantoja. And I've seen him go to decision plenty of times. So I'm not worried about him gassing late in those rounds. So I'm gonna take a shot on Erceg, man. And I think he definitely gets this win as long as he keeps it on the feet, puts out a lot of volume to match Pantoja's volume. So give me Steve Erceg money line.
Wow, Slick going with the dog, man. I got to agree. I got to say his boxing is really good. It's really developed, and he can get dirty in some nasty fights, and he's good in the clinch. We know he's got a grappling pedigree of his own. Obviously, Pantoja is dangerous with his grappling, and he's a champion now in Rio. Mr.Plus, what do you think about this main event?
In Rio, he beat up Moreno, man. He just defended the title against Royval. We love Royval. I still got to go with my guys, man. Slick and Brasco. Yo, I'm going with the dog. I'm going from down under. I think the belt goes to Australia. Man, this guy is just, well, first of all, let's not be we've all seen him at Bank of America before. We've seen this guy before. He's the most normal ass looking guy you know. He's your friend that is your friend. He's just your straight friend that you cheat off your math homework for. Like, this is the most regular dude ever in history of regular dudes, and he's just kicking everyone's ass. I can't believe they gave him this jump leap so fast, but they see something special in him, and so do we. I gotta back him, man. It's for me, it's dog or pass. And listen, if you're gonna pass or you're betting Pantoja, I respect it, but I gotta go with the Erceg side. I love the plus money here. I think he gets it done. Oh, man, is it inside distance? I don't know. It could go distance and it's an overwhelming unanimous decision. But just because Pantoja is a dog, man, come on, man. He's not nobody. But man, if anyone could put him out, I think Erceg can maybe do it.
Over under round set at 3.5. So odds makers
Oh.
have it over 3.5 at -150. So maybe it goes deep into the third, fourth, maybe fifth round. Maybe there's a late finish. We know Pantoja has fatigue before. If this is a nasty scrap, Erceg's got a chin on him too. They both do. I feel like this line's on the move too. So like, I don't feel like it. I know it is. He was at +200. Now he's down to +160. You know, Erceg might have some advantages here if they trade. So I like it, and we'll get back to that fight a little later on. But there's the slick report for you, Mr. Plus, and I agreeing with him in the main event. And that moves us right into our next segment, the Mr. Plus Parlay Bus. We know my guy likes a plus money ticket. He's got 3 Brazilians he's backing to get a +121 tag. What you got for us, bro?
I'm going to try and do this in order, although I have their names written down and it's not in any particular order, but I think they all get it done. I really feel like all 3 of them can get it done inside the distance. That's how confident I am. When I give you guys these Parlay Plus buses that are 3 legs, I want them to hit. It is a little juicy, though, because this week, let's be honest, the lines are all over the place and they're really wide. And some of these favorites will win, and we just got to know which ones to take and which ones to kind of lay off. And pick your spots on these dogs, because some of these dogs are getting crazy plus money. But let me jump into the parlay. I'm going to do this quick for you guys. I think Bone Theme in every direction is better. Pichel from hell? No, you're 41, bro. You need to fucking stay home and start watching this shit on TV. It's over. I know your record's good. I know you've been here forever, but this ain't it. This ain't the guy to go against to try and get a win back. Bro, as a matter of fact, the only guy that Bone Theme lost to was one of the most deadliest guys, Saint Denis. Before we saw Poirier knock him out, this dude is fucking top of the top, and he still is. Poirier's a good loss. Let's be honest. So I'm going with Bone Theme for the first leg. Leg number 2, I'm jumping to Brito. Yo, listen, this is going to be the toughest leg of the play. The line is only -175, and it's for good reason. Shore is not a bitch. He's madman. He was 16-0 before, but I think that Brito's got him on power. I think he's the stronger man in the octagon. And I think when they clinch up a little bit, Brito's going to be able to do some crazy damage. And, you know, Brito's one of those maniacs. He's literally wild with his hooks. I like that. I like that with the Jack Shore. Jack Shore's going to be calculated. He's going to try and land those takedowns, but I think Brito can get back up. I think he's the stronger man in the octagon. Give me Brito. I think he gets it done inside the distance, maybe in the third, end of the second, beginning of the third. Jack Shore's out of a little gas, wobbles him. Maybe the ref stops it a little early. I don't know. Just speaking Nostradamically, guys. I'm speaking it into existence for us. Last leg, most confident leg. This is too easy. Michel Pereira. This dude is a bat out of hell. He is so mean at 185. He is strong. He is big. He is tough. He is lean. Bro, this guy looks crazy big. He hits like a 205er. What's he going to hit him with? A kick to the head? A backflip? He can do anything he wants. This is a real wild man. A cartwheel kick? Give me Pereira by any way he decides to get this job done. That is the Mr. Plus parlay, and it is plus money. +121, I believe.
There you have it. 3 Brazilians, too. Pereira is going to smoke Ihor Potieria. And I heard someone say this is going to be revenge for Potieria knocking out Shogun Rua. The Brazilians hate him, so maybe he gets one back for him. Yeah, that's going to be nasty work there. Bonfim, slick. He's fighting a 41-year-old Pichel, right? That he's going to be just too fast, too speedy for him, right? Probably crack him with something. I agree with Mr. Plus. The toughest leg going to be Brito. It's a tough matchup for sure. Any thoughts on that matchup, Slick?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, but we've seen Shore. He doesn't really react good to good power punchers. And some, like we've seen Ricky Simone knock him down on the ground, and I think Brito could do something similar, man. He has that power in his hands, and I think he could make this fight. Even if it goes to decision, it could be one of those type of decisions that maybe Brito lands the more damaging shots, but Shore has some control time. So I could see Brito getting that win either way.
I like it. All right, man. Well, hopefully that parlay bus crashes through the front door and cashes for us. All right, y'all. It's time for the Brasco breakdown. I'm going back to the co-main event. Give me Jonathan Martinez, guys. This line's on the move. I bet it earlier in the week, just a little half unit test to see where the line would go at minus 125. Moved to minus 135. I thought, okay, maybe people bet Aldo. All of a sudden, Martinez all the way up to minus 160. I think it's for a good reason. Aldo, of course, legend, one of the best mixed martial artists of our generation. Absolutely technical kickboxing, very good grappling too. But at 37 years old, facing a prime 30-year-old Martinez, Aldo's been spending the last year and a half boxing, which, he's been active, but you stay heavy on that lead leg in boxing. If he's getting used to that kind of stuff, oh, buddy, here come the nasty low kicks from Jonathan Martinez. He can go outside, the inside low kicks too, mix them up, and he's been tearing people apart with that. We saw what he did to Cub Swanson. He got a win over Said Nurmagomedov, in which he was winning the clinch work and stuff. I mean, I feel like Martinez's game is really coming along. So I think he's in his prime. And Aldo, in front of the Brazilian fans, I'm sure he'll put up a good competitive technical fight, but Martinez will just be too much as the 70-year younger man. I think he's ready for the top 5 too. He's fought a lot of different style fighters throughout his career. He's gotten some good experience. He got his, his L's early on in his career, and now he's rolling. I think this will be a name brand win for Jonathan Martinez to get past Jose Aldo. Mr.Plus, what are you thinking there?
Man, this is, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to pass on this. I mean, I know I'm going to have to bet it because of our records, and we're going to do that, and I get it, but I'm literally going to pass on this for betting. I love Jose Aldo, man. I'm a big fan. If you've ever been watching for UFC for years, you can't not like this guy. He's such a likable guy, and I'm happy he's back. I'm happy to see him in the octagon. This is a tough motherfucker they threw him up against. Jonathan Martinez does not play. His hands, and more importantly, like you just said, his legs are weapons, bro. This dude does not play. His kicks, he knows how to use them. Jose Aldo is going to be in for it as far as that goes. I do kind of feel like Jonathan Martinez could potentially have some jitters. This is like a legend he's going against. I don't know if he's going to be as on point as he usually is, because this opponent is special. This might be somebody he's looked up to for a long time. So I don't know that you could just jump to he's going to kick his ass and he's going to beat him. I don't know, man. This is going to be a close fight. Jose Aldo's making his presence again. I kind of like the plus money. I didn't make my official pick yet, but I can't put it past Jose with plus signs and coming back and the hype in Brazil. Man, this is going to be kind of electric. Co-main event. This could be the main event.
Absolutely. All right. So Plus looking at maybe Jose Aldo lean. Slick, what are your thoughts on the co-main?
Yeah, man. I just think if we would have seen Aldo coming out of a training camp, it would have been way better coming off short notice. I just think they probably called him with an offer he couldn't refuse coming out of retirement. Basically just being him's nickname, the King of Rio. I just think he's taking this fight for a check, man. I honestly think so. I think Martinez is okay. Even if he beats Martinez, you just don't know where he goes from here. Like he just lost to Marab before he retired. So it was just one of those types that he couldn't mess with the top, but maybe can he mess with the bottom? We'll see. So I'll lean Martinez though.
There you go. So some debate on this fight. There should be a really good co-main event, and I like that. There's some mixed opinions there. All right, fellas, it's time for our dogs of the week, and we're gonna kick it off to the biggest dog of the week on the card, at least that we're thinking here, and we're gonna go to Mr.Plus Money, aptly named. You're looking at the Bear Jew, Paul Craig. Tell me about Scotland's finest.
Man, he's made me so much bread. This guy, I love him. I love him so much. I get it. He's had the L's. They're all his L's are so legit. It's not even funny. Brendan Allen, come on, man. Come on, man. The Bear Jew is not just a fighter. He will get in your head. He will get to you at the weigh-in. He will stare you down in the octagon before fucking Bruce Buffer gets done with his announcements. This dude is scary once you're in there, and it's gonna be one-on-one. And listen, Kai Baralho is nothing to sleep with. He sleep around with. So pause. He's nothing to sleep on. He's nothing to sleep on. And let's be honest, those nerds are none of them are anything to sleep on. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He's great on the ground. But I kind of feel like I get it. If they stand up, he's going to have the advantage. He really will. He's nasty with his low kicks as well. He's got great boxing. He's got great stand-up. He's got good Muay Thai. He's good in the clinch. He's good everywhere, man. He's 15-1 or whatever it is for a reason. And he's moving up the rankings very fast. This is his biggest test. Paul Craig doesn't stop. He is a dog. And I'm not just talking plus money. He's a dog. He will fight till the end. And I just think if they get in a ground situation, I could see him throwing up his leg and getting that triangle choke or something to that extent, maybe flipping it over to an armbar. I like Paul Craig on the ground better. He's older, though, and I get it. But his cardio, as we've seen now in this weight division, is amazing. He looks really good. I like Paul Craig. I like the upset. I think they're moving Kai Baralho up a little too fast. He needs to take an L, get back to reality, and come back even better. That's what I think.
There you go. The big underdog, Paul Craig. Honestly, at these odds, plus 410, like I lean Craig too, just purely for the odds. Like Baralho's been really good, but his competition hasn't been that fantastic. You know, he's been able to mix up his game. On the feet, I think Baralho probably might have the advantage. I might disagree there. I think he might be able to stand and trade with Craig, although Craig is getting better with his stand-up. But on the ground, if you get into a dicey position, Paul Craig can finish the best of them. So, plus 410 to get that slick. You think he's got a chance to pull something off? Triangle choke, maybe submission from Craig?
I'm only betting Paul Craig by sub. It's been making me good money, so I think that's his only win condition because Kyle Baralho, last 4 fights, basically fought all strikers. He fought Petrosian, Muradov, Michel Detacek, and Magomedov, who it might look good with the OV, but he's not nowhere near a wrestler. So I think he's definitely gonna probably try to play with it on the feet. And I think, man, if Paul Craig snatches something up, but I don't have the odds up right now because odds don't usually come out early this week. But Paul Craig by sub probably be like plus 700, plus 800 around there.
Plus 1,000. Yep.
So I'm gonna take a small shot on it. Baralho is the younger guy, probably could win by decision, but I just don't think that if he's gonna try to play the ground game. We've seen it in all his fights. Now I just don't think he's not gonna get away from it. So
if I said that wrong, I apologize. I meant that Baralho obviously has the advantage if they're standing up. Obviously, Paul Craig doesn't have the advantage if they're standing up. He's so much faster. That's who I was talking about with the leg kicks and with the speed. And he's the one with the little Muay Thai. So that's what I like on the feet. But I do think this goes to the mat. And I really think Paul Craig's going to be a stronger guy in clinch. So when they get down to the mat, we'll see who's actually better in jiu-jitsu because they're going to stay there.
I like it. I like the shot there, Slick. We'll check on the odds for the submission prop because obviously that's where Paul Craig is most dangerous. And yeah, I'm leaning his way too. We'll see if Baralho is ready up to the test. Also, speculation, nothing confirmed, but my buddy sent me a picture with a big pimple-looking thing on the forehead of Baralho. And I asked my girlfriend, women are just like pimple experts. She confirmed for Benoit Saint-Denis when we found out early that he had staph infection, and then he later confirmed it. I hammered down on Poirier then. I said, is this staph infection? It looked like a similar kind of pimple. She was like, I'm not sure. It could be a pimple. But he's got a thing there. So speculation, maybe staph infection from Baralho. Total speculation. I don't really know. I'll send you guys the picture. All right. It's time for my dog of the week. I'm going William Gomis right now, plus 145. And he's taking on Jean Silva, a guy who's just a pit bull. He's going to come after you, ferocious fighter, looking to put hands on you and keep the pressure, right, stay in your face. And obviously, Gomis, kind of a longer, rangier kickboxer, wants to keep the range. I like that matchup for him, man, as an underdog here. I know Silva's going to be a popular pick just for his style and his ferocity, and he's in the hometown Brazil. But Gomis can play that like matador and bull game, right, and kind of sidestep you and hit you with the jab. And he's been facing pressure guys, pressure grapplers, too, have been trying to thwart him there. But he still comes up with the W. Francis Marshall, Jarno Aarons, who's kind of scrappy, good fighter. I like that win for him. So I think Gomis is developing. I think he's going to start to get a little more power, find himself, and he can always point fight and stay safe and just kind of mix up his game. So I think he's going to be able to get past the aggressive fighter using the side-to-side movement, sticking and moving. Give me William Gomis plus 145. It's my dog. Any thoughts there, Mr. Plus? What do you think of Gomis?
I think that he's lankier and rangier and a lot taller, and he's going to have the reach advantage. And if he can keep his distance, he could end up piecing him up. However, the problem with Silva in keeping distance with this guy, he doesn't want distance. He'll run up on you like a pit bull, like a dog that's trying to attack. Bro, he is like relentless against the cage pressure. I don't know. I think that Silva might be stronger than Gomis. So when we see them in the clinch, I think we'll really this is going to be control time and decided by, in my opinion, by that, because Silva just doesn't let you keep distance. He's will literally run with you with his head down, like a fullback. He's like that small guy in your town that you knew that was really tough and could actually fuck dudes up, and that was small. He's like that dude. Like this is that dude. Although the experience obviously lays with Gomis, been in the UFC longer, fought more in the UFC, fought better competition. However, Gene Silva in Brazil, again, with the crowd, the electricity, you're already a pit bull, head down. I don't know. If you land one of those punches, it could be lights out. We'll have to wait and see. I kind of lean the other side, but we'll see. I don't have an official pick yet. We're still early in the week.
All right, so leaning towards Silva right now. Totally understand that side. Slick, what do you think? Stick and move or pressure wins out?
Yeah, I just think I'm gonna go with Silva in this spot. I really can't. I think I think if I was to put money on Gomis and he wins, I probably won't be happy with myself. Like the way he wins, fighting so boring. So like, and then the last couple fights he has fought grapplers. Gene Silva is not gonna try to take this fight down to the ground at any moment. If any moment he sees this try to get the takedown, he's gonna get the put the arms up and keep this fight on the feet. So I just think the pressure is gonna wear on Gomis, and if at any moment he gets stuck on the cage, that blitz is gonna come. So I'm gonna go with Silva.
All right, so the fellow's going Silva. I like Gomis and his development. We shall see which prevails. All right, y'all. We're up back to Slick, whose dog of the week is maybe the guy you covered in the main event earlier. Any additional thoughts on main event dog that we're all on? Unanimous here, Steve Erceg.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have much to add on. We were basically touched on everything. I just think that he has the grappling edge to keep this fight on the feet if he wants to. He has the boxing to really keep it more technical than Pantoja. A lot of what I've seen from Pantoja is just crazy chaos hooks that he throws. And I just think Steve Erceg is going to play the more technical game. And now he's fighting the championship fight. I think he's going to really take his time, really get his reads. And if he's able to connect with some stuff on Pantoja and hurts him, I don't think he subs him, but there's a world where I could see him getting a decision with him landing like a knockdown on Pantoja or something. So I'm going to go with Steve Erceg, man. I think he gets the championship belt. And honestly, for real, the UFC wants Pantoja, but everybody in their mind wants Steve Erceg to win. Like, he's just one of those guys. Honestly, Steve Erceg deserves it. You look at the slate of what, like, the fighters that are coming out, Makhachev, not that great of a fighter, a great wrestler, but not exciting. Mateus, Nicolau, and Perez was booked together. So Erceg was right there. Basically, everybody else, Pantoja has won against Brandon Moreno and Brandon Royval. So I think it's a good spot for Erceg. I just think that, and the line is moving too. So line is leaning towards my way. But honestly, I just think that's some people that just want Erceg to win.
Yeah, no, I think he's a popular dog. I mean, the line is on the move, plus 200 to plus 160 now. And I agree, like it is, at first it was like number 10 ranked flyweight is getting a title shot, but the way you put it, it's a valid skip of the line. Like he was kind of the next one up, and he's a very interesting stylistic, matchup for anybody. I kind of feel you too. Pantoja's reign as champion doesn't feel like it's going to be that long, like not a dominant reign, So we're liking the Astro Boy here, Stevie Erceg, to get it done. All right, fellas, we did our dogs. We got the Brasco breakdown, the Mr.Plus parlay bus, and the Slick report. And we got it's time to lock in the Darce parlay, guys. So we're each going to bring our lock of the card, one of our favorite selections here. And Mr.Plus, I'll let you kick it off. This is the first fight of the night here. Talk about some prelim action. We got Alessandro Costa taking on Kevin Borjas, -135 Costa, +115 Borjas. Who do you like there?
I'm going to get to the play in just 1 second. I just want to say that Steve Erceg was absolutely my waiter at Outback Steakhouse. 100%. All right.
Bloomin'
So
onion, mate.
ready? I think you're right. It's like I think everybody and their mother just wants him to win, and just like a regular dude, like anyone could do it. We need to see more of this in every division, right? So why not? Why not? All right, let's get to it. Let's get to my lock of the week, baby. I want to hook you guys up so that we can hit this Darce. I'm starting in the early fight. Borjas is a dog, man. Peruvians are always dogs, but Alessandro Costa is stronger and just way more physical, man. And once he gets him against the cage and drops him low and starts hammering with those punches, I think Alessandro is going to just take advantage of this fight. He's going to control every round. I could see this one going a little bit deep, which is kind of, I don't love taking it that much when we're trying to get you guys guarantees or this or that, but nothing's a guarantee. This is a fight game. Anything can happen. Remember that. If you're betting too much or if you're getting upset when you bet, you're betting a little bit too much. So let me tell you who I really like in this, Alessandro Costa, because more physical, faster. The speed's going to be there. The dude's better in most positions. Now, Borjas is a dog, and he's going to have some hands, and he's not just going to go down. But this is going to go a little bit long, and I think Costa's going to decide where it goes the entire fight. That's the point of this fight. Not just control time, but where's this fight go? Is it standing up? Is it on the ground? What's actually going to partake in this fight? I think Alessandro, excuse me, Costa. I call him Costa, but because my wife's Costa Rican, so I call him Costa. But I think Alessandro is going to control where this fight goes. And that being said, he dictates the fight. He controls the fight. I think it's a 30-27 decision. I do think that Kevin can make it out of the rounds, but I like our boy to take the first leg of the doors.
There you go. So Alessandro Costa, yeah, I lean his way too for sure. I think for a lot of the points you said, physicality, just the experience too in the UFC, fighting some good fighters. Borjas is a dog though, so I could see him being competitive, but maybe losing in a tough scrap. I like it. I'm gonna go with another Brazilian, Mauricio Ruffi, guy that's a slick kickboxer coming off Contender Series. Was looking real smooth, and I just kind of like his attitude. I remember on that broadcast he was drawing some Conor McGregor comparisons. It's a little bit much, but he's got that swagger about his game. And man, he's a bruising guy. He's actually a big fighter. He's going to be fighting down at 155 here, so I want to see how that weight cut goes. Obviously, I'm hoping it goes well because I believe he fought at 170 on Contender Series. I was looking at the matchup. He's fighting Jamie Malarkey. I was like, Ruffi is in his weight class. I think if the weight cut goes well, he's still going to be the much bigger, more physical dude in there. And at this point in Malarkey's career, after taking a lot of damage, being in some nasty fights, I don't know if he could take shots from Ruffi here, a guy that's got that savage in him. So I like him here. He's -165. I think it's a good line. I would bet that straight even against a guy in Malarkey that I think might get chinned again and maybe have to fight in another promotion or start going towards the tail end of his career. It's just a lot of damage lately. So give me Ruffi and Slick. We got another Brazilian here to close out the parlay. And the main card, who do you got, Slick?
Yeah, I'm going with Vitor Petrino over Anthony Smith, man. I just think that we have seen the development in Vitor Petrino's game. He knows when to go to the ground. And honestly, I was on Tyson Pedro his last fight, and I honestly didn't think that he was going to stick to a heavy wrestling game plan, knowing he had the wrestling advantage. And he proved me wrong, man. He definitely showed out. And one thing that we've seen about Anthony Smith, man, he just can't take a punch anymore. Petrino has that power throughout all 3 rounds. So I'm going to go with Vitor Petrino to close out our Darce parlay.
I like it, man. Couple juicy legs, but hey, man, it's hard to see guys like Pereira and Petrino losing. So, in Mr.Plus's parlay. And in this one, we've got Costa, Ruffi, and Petrino. That's +229 right now, guys, +229. So I like it. I like those Brazilians to get it done. All right, that's the Darce parlay, guys. Honorable mention fights. Drakkar Klose, -165, taking on Joaquim Silva. That's a good prelim banger. Klose coming off a head slam knockout over Joe Solecki. And Silva, always an entertaining fighter. Guy with massive power, big physical, explosive guy. He's got submissions too. He's dangerous. Slick, what do you think about that matchup?
Yeah, I lean the dog in this spot. I just think that we've seen Drakkar Close get into a lot of close split decisions, a lot of close decisions. And I just think that Joaquin Silva he's gonna have the power and the grappling to really negate the takedowns. I think from Drakkar Close, because he's a good solid wrestler himself. But I lean the dog, man. I think Silva lands the good damaging shots and get a decision win.
Yeah, man, I was looking at this line and I was like, man, I like Close and just like his history, and I want him to kind of get this win, but I didn't want to lay that or parlay that at all. Mr. Plus, what are you thinking about the line in this matchup?
I'm leaning the other way. I like your car close, man. He's a savage, bro. He's just a dog. Junkyard dog fighters, just for me, are I love to put him in my back pocket, and I don't think he's a parlay piece. Line's a little wide to bet him straight. So I mean, you got to either take him by knockout or decision, in my eyes. This is going to be a tough fight for him. Silva's not to be messed with. Don't get me wrong. He's not nobody. But Drakkar Close. He's got that dog, man. He's got that. I'll put you up against the fence and start body, head. I'll do whatever it takes to get the fight in my eyes. So I like that. I like that. I like guys that'll fight for your money.
He's down to minus 155, so the line's in the opposite direction. So hey, if you like Close, maybe wait for it to drop.
I'll wait.
Yeah. Watch where it goes. Interesting matchup there. All right, another one that I was going to talk about, and I almost made an underdog pick, but then I got a little worried. It's Elvis Brenner taking on Miktabek Orolbai, and this is an interesting matchup because Brenner got that dog in him, shoot the box Diego Lima fighter in Brazil here. We know his toughness and his chin got him the win against Guram Kukataladze, just poured on the pressure, refused to go away, and exhausted out and a really tough and good fighter. And then got a sick knockout over Krzyzewski in his last win, overhand. I mean, he's showing kind of odd angle punches, and we know he's got the grappling game too. So, he's a good fighter. I like him, but Orolbai is this prospect coming out of, it's one of the stands where Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, one of those guys just got that savage in him, man. The forward pressure, the hands, he's got stone in his hands, and he's got nasty wrestling and submissions too, good control. So I don't know. The line's a little wide, but it's on the move towards Orolbai. He's what now? He's a minus 265 favorite. Brenner plus 215. Slick. Think the dog's got a shot in that one?
I don't, man. I don't. And honestly, I watched Orolbai's a lot of his fights are on tape. Like, you're able to watch it. And, man, this guy could eat a punch like there's no tomorrow, man. Like, I seen him take some clean shots from Medic in his last fight. And, man, Medic, you seen what he was able to do to Tim Means in first 2 minutes against in their fight. But Brenner is a dog, man. He's one of those types of guys that you bet on him. You're okay with him losing because at the end of the day, he's going to fight for your money. So I just think that he's going to be set up in a couple bad positions. And Orolbai, one thing I love about him, too, is that he puts that tie on the cage and he just lets go punches. And that's where he really gets off his power punches. So give me Orolbai, man.
Yeah, I really wanted to get to Brenner, but then the line started moving against him. I watched Orolbai's fight against Medic, and you're right. He took a clean couple shots there, kept moving forward, and I thought to myself, well, maybe Brenner can catch him. What do you think, Mr.Plus? He's got a shot maybe to get the upset?
I'm with Slick. I love Orolbai on this spot. This is a good spot. Brenner's a dog, man. I'm not going to lie. He'll fight. We all remember when he had the blonde hair and it turned pink after that fight because there was so much blood in it.
Savage.
Oh my gosh, what a salve, bro! Hey, don't get me wrong. I think if he does have a shot, it's going to be in the third round in the spot where we really haven't seen Orolbai. However, I think Orolbai's got those power stone hands. Bomb, bro. He's going to light him up. I think it's going to be lights out. I think it's bet Orolbai rounds 1, 2, or Brenner round 3. But I do like Orolbai to win the fight. For sure.
Maybe even Orolbai decision if Brenner is tough enough and can last, right? Maybe I could see
wow.
Maybe an Orolbai, sneaky decision.
What is that to go the distance? Is that plus money?
I don't know if they have props up yet on a Monday.
We're early.
The over 2.5 is minus 150. So odds makers have it going the whole way, it looks like.
Right. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. We'll see what a decision prop looks like. But maybe that's a good way to play it. Brenner inside the distance, Orolbai decision.
Probably because of Orolbai's chin and because Brenner's such a dog, I guess.
Yeah, perhaps. Should be a good scrap, though. I like that one. All right, couple other ones that we didn't touch on. Wide odds here in a female fight. Karolina Kowalkiewicz, plus 345, taking on the young 22-year-old prospect Yasmin Lucindo -440. Mr. Plus, you thinking the much younger fighter here is getting it done, or you like Kovalkiewicz?
Usually I go with the much younger fighter who's going to be better on the ground if she can keep her on the ground. But I like Kovalkiewicz. I like her to keep her distance. I like her to be just as even. Sometimes when these girls are 116 pounds each, who's really stronger doesn't matter that much. As you can keep your distance and keep your technique, you can keep control of this fight. And I think that's exactly what Catalina does. I like her money line. I like Double K. She's made me money before. Give me her again as a dog, plus 240.
Dude, you got plus 345 right now. And big
Holy.
dog right here. She's got a lot of UFC experience, of course. Slick, do you think she can use that to get the upset?
Yeah, man, I think this could just be a fight that Lucindo doesn't get this fight down to the ground. She's just too predictable on the feet, man. She just throws that one looping overhand right that she hopes to land.
And the spinning back fist.
Yeah, and the spinning back. So I just think if Carolina keeps this on the feet, she knows how to. She fought with the best strikers in this division. She actually fought for a title against Joanna Jacek, one of the best strikers in the women's divisions. So I think it's a good spot for her, man. One thing that I really love about her, this girl's gonna put out 100 to 150 strikes every fight, especially if it goes to decision. So she's gonna put out volume. It's just a matter of fact of I honestly think probably be control or over the volume of Carolina. So I think Carolina volume edges it out. So give me Carolina.
Wow. I think I got to ride with you guys on that one. I wanted to take her as a big dog, but I was like, whatever. I'll take it, but it'll lose. And you guys have made a good case here for Carolina Kovalkiewicz. She's like 15 years younger. That would be a great win in Brazil to get it done. Spoiler. All right, guys, the only one we haven't touched on so far, another female fight. Diane Barbosa taking on Karakate. Karakate, interesting prospect, but just 5-0-1, very limited experience. Barboza, take a look at her record. She's fought girls like Josiane Nunes. She actually has a win over Karine Silva early on in her career. So impressive. And she's fought some competition, decent comp. I think she's got the grappling game, the full set of MMA skills to win this one. Karakate, more of just a kickboxer. I think maybe Barbosa could be a decent parlay piece. So, what do you think about that fight?
Yeah, I'm actually leaning the dog in this spot too, man. I think she has the height and reach advantage in this spot. And I just think this could be a spot that Barbosa, I just don't like that she basically a jiu-jitsu nerd. She's basically one of those girls that tries to get the fight down as much as possible. And if she's not showing no striking, and Ernesta, I think that's her. Yeah, Ernesta just looks to keep the fight on the feet, stuff the takedowns. I think she has the height and reach advantage to keep this basically her way all 3 rounds. So I'm gonna take the shot on her.
There you go, Ernesta Karakate for Slick. Any thoughts on this fight, Mr. Plus?
I think Barbosa is going to take her down and control her, but this is a fight that I'm going to pour a drink on, and I wish it didn't count on my record.
There you go. Well, I'm going Barbosa. Sounds like Mr. Plus is too for those reasons. Interesting dog shot. All right, guys, we did the damn thing. Good episode of the Darce 301, baby. We'll keep the running record going. Every fighter is worth 1 point. Doesn't matter the odds. We're just trying to pick them, right? And hopefully we can catch the Darce parlay. Mauricio Ruffi, Alessandro Costa, and Vitor Petrino plus 229. Guys, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like. Leave a comment. Who is your favorite pick on this card? And let us know. Look out for more stuff from the channel. Follow us on Instagram at the Darce Podcast. And we'll see you guys later in the week for more MMA content. Fellas, get your guard up. Peace.
Peace.
Don't knock me out again.